Coach, open up, and then we'll open up for questions.
Okay, obviously another disappointing loss. We got off to a good start, had the lead. They had a punt block for a touchdown that hadn't happened all year, uncharacteristic. Then we had a returner. We were going to fair catch it, and I think he bobbled it or whatever. We got the ball on the 1 foot line, and we threw a pick six, the next play. And they had the momentum coming out of half, but our guys did a really good job coming out of half to get the momentum back. And I really think a big part of the game is we're up by 3. We had the ball on about the 30, 33-yard line, something like that, and we chose to kick a field goal, and I think hit the upright. They went and drove the field, and then they took the lead right there, and it was tough after that. But our guys fought hard, but we didn't play good enough to win. That's what I told our guys. I mean, the penalties really make me sick. I mean, that was a tough deal. And I'll say this about anytime you got a quarterback, which I thought Dylan battled. He did some really good things, but you got a quarterback for the first time on the road. There's a lot of logistics, and as far as the communication, everything goes. And I know we had some false starts, especially early. But that many penalties, that's not good. Bottom line, we didn't do what it took to win the game. They did. Give them credit. Another disappointing loss for us. Questions?
You guys had over 400 yards, held them to about 260. It looks like, how disappointing is it when you look at those mistakes? I mean, you just touched on it, but
it makes
the first half, how disappointing.
Yeah, it makes you sick. It really does. Hadn't had this happen much in my career, and we're having to deal with it. And like I said, they block a punt for a touchdown, and then we have a pick six. I mean, that's 14 points right there, and we did outplay them as far as statistically, but statistically doesn't put wins on the board.
Gus, you talked about the I guess it was the fumbled kickoff or the kickoff where I guess Christian was trying to get out of the end zone. What did you see on that play, and what can you take from that? And I guess
to be honest with you, we were we're talking, and I had my back turned, knowing we were going to fair catch it, and then I kind of heard the crowd, and I looked up, and it looked like he was bobbling it, and then we got the ball on the 1 foot line. So that's really all I saw.
What's the thought process then to throw at that situation instead of maybe try and run?
Well, when you throw a pick six, that's a great question, but that was just part of it. That was part of the play call, but obviously it didn't work.
And what was the thought process to kick the field goal at that late juncture? You only would have been up by 6 at that point. Was that a decision?
Yeah, it was, and I felt good about that. I mean, it's right in the middle. Obviously, it didn't work, but going up, by more than a field goal, I thought it was the right thing to do at the time. And obviously, when it hits upright and doesn't work, I mean, then you second guess everything. But at the time, I felt like that was the right thing to do.
Gus, you talked about Dylan. Obviously this is a growing experience for him, going through what he did in the second half. Do you feel like that pick six kind of rattled him in the second half?
No, I don't. I mean, he got over that. He really did, and came out and we had a protection. The sack, the big sack towards the end was tough. I think it was 2nd and 3, and we did max protect on a play, and he took, he got a sack. But I thought Dylan did some good things. I mean, he battled. There was 2 or 3 third downs that, man, they were all over him. He just extended the play and moved the chains for us. So I thought he did some really good stuff. And in fairness to him, I mean, he hadn't played a lot of football, and that's a team that that is towards the top of our league. But I thought Dylan did some really good things.
Once again, you're able to lean on R.J. Harvey, and he seemed to gain steam throughout the second.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of blitzes, and of course that's to be expected. We did expect that they do a lot of run blitzes and all that. He got loose, in the second half, and did a good job with that. I mean, he's a weapon. I think everybody knows that.
Late in the game when ASU was able to drive for those touchdowns, do you think the defense got tired, or what did you see?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you could see we were getting a little tired, and that had a lot to do with the decision to go for it on 4th and 2. I just felt like our defense was a little tired, and we put it in the ball in best players' hands, and it didn't work. But I thought that was the right thing to do at the time, with our defense being a little tired.
Guess you got a bye week now. What do you go back to the drawing board to work on? I mean, you only got a couple games left, and now you're kind of hanging with the bowl.
Yeah, well, we, like I told her, we got to find a way to win 2 games to go to a bowl. That's just where we're at, and that's will be what we'll do. this next week. We'll get ready for the next two, and that's just where we're at.
A few more.
You cut the penalties in half last week and then this week.
Yeah,
how frustrating
I
is
think
that?
the forward legal motions were tough to swallow. There's no doubt. We had a punt on the punt return. We had a 15-yard holding penalty. I think we were holding their nose man. But yeah, and then it was an effort play on the one. It was third and for whatever, and he's 10 yards back, and we got a face mask. But our guy was, he was trying to get him and grabbed his face mask. That was a tough one.
Javaris Johnson looked like he might have been able to take that in for a touchdown. Unfortunately, we saw what happened. That looked pretty serious.
I don't know exactly. I know he couldn't return, but it didn't look great, and it was close to being where he had a chance. But hopefully he'll be okay.
All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. How tough is a result like this, knowing that you guys played well enough to win, but it was the mistakes, it was the penalties just kind of caught up with you guys?
I mean, like a loss like this, it hurts. It hurts knowing that you could have did more because of the mistakes that you made, and just knowing that what we put out there was good product, but the mistakes that we made masked that up, and you can see the outcome.
What did you feel like you guys ran out of steam? I don't want to say ran out of steam, but towards the end of the game, do you guys feel like you were on the field a little bit long? Did it kind of make you guys feel tired or anything at the end of the game?
I wouldn't say it was because we were tired. It's because we just kept making mistakes, and they kept capitalizing off of those mistakes and prolonging the drives and everything. So we can eliminate those mistakes. We can actually put together a full game.
After the gut punch right before the half, what was the message? What was the conversation at halftime?
I mean, the message is always the same. You got to keep fighting. They're going to be games where you're down by a lot. Or you could be up by a lot. But the moment you take your foot off the gas, or the moment you admit defeat, is the moment like the game's already lost. No matter what the score is, no matter what's happening before the half, our message is always the same: is to keep fighting.
What's the mood in the locker room right now? It's must win from here on out. If you want to make a bowl game, you got to win at West Virginia, and you got to win your season finale too.
I mean, the energy right now, it's kind of low because of the loss. But after we go back and we look at all the mistakes that we made and all the plays that they, all the plays they made because of our mistakes, I mean, the energy is gonna change all because we know what we're capable of, and we know we have to fix them. Once we fix them, we have to get ready for the week after that.
Well, you guys get a bye week, so you get a week off. Do you think that'll help you guys maybe regroup a little bit before you guys hit the road to go to West Virginia?
I would say it would, give us enough time to rest some of the injured guys, some of the older guys. Give us some. I'll say rejuvenation to come back together as a family, and get ready for the following battle.
Take us through your sack. You really took off after it.
I mean, the play call, I already knew I was going. I had to mask it up and everything. But once I started running, and I seen him take off, I seen him kind of peep me, and then he took off. And in the back of my head, I'm just saying, keep going, because at some point he's gonna he's a dual threat quarterback, so he could well enough throw and run. But I was like, if I could get close enough just to dive and grab any part of his body, I'm gonna do it. And I got within 2-3 steps of him, and I just took a leap. And gratefully, I grabbed I think his ankle or anything like that, and he ended up stumbling, and I was happy about it.
This is your final year of college football. The clock is ticking. I guess there's other guys in the same situation. So how important is it for you guys to do whatever you can to win these last two?
I mean, it's very important because the more opportunities you get to showcase to the next level that you're ready for the next level, you want those chances. So winning out for the seniors is a big deal because we want more opportunities to showcase our talents, even if it's in like a small bowl game. Anything would give us another opportunity to showcase our talents. We'll take it.
Quite, this is the game 2 basically with Addy being back in charge of defense. What have you seen from this group? I know you talked about some of those mistakes tonight, but do you guys feel like you're getting better, more aggressive, being able to maybe do some of the things you guys want to do?
I would say we're being more aggressive, but we're also being more strategic when it comes to, I would say, like the down the distance and the certain calls that we're calling and things like that. I feel like he's been doing a great job with the calls. You know, every now and then coaches make bad calls and everything, but players make plays at the end of the day. So.
Earlier you said smaller bowl game, but is that still the goal here? I mean, you got 2 games left, and you can still achieve that.
To be honest, a bowl game is a bowl game. No matter how big, no matter how small, it's another opportunity to get out there and showcase your talents and play the game that God's giving you the opportunity to.
I know X-Ray Alexander was like yourself, had a lot of tackles. Did he talk about maybe was this game important to him? I think he had some family connections. I think a brother played at ASU. He had committed to ASU coming out of high school before things kind of went in another direction. I know he had a really, really big game out there tonight too. I
mean, he didn't speak on it, but I mean, he played with his heart, which he does each and every game. I mean, but players like him, they're hard to come by, and you know, going out there and playing for your brothers and seeing them play with the same amount of, I would say, passion as you, it really pushes you to go even harder.
Quad, you go against RJ Harvey all the time in practice, I'm sure. Does anything he do not impress you anymore? I mean, when you see him out of the field like what he did tonight, you guys.
Oh no, the things that RJ does, it still impresses me. Like the ability to stop on the dime and redirect things like that. There are a lot of backs that can do it. Don't get me wrong, but like seeing RJ do it it's just different to me. And I would say in my eyes, just seeing him do it in a live situation, you see how versatile he is when the ball's in his hand.
Considering all the good things that you all did tonight on defense, is it just tough to know that it's the self-inflicted wounds that cost you this one?
I would say, yeah, like they're going to go out there, they're going to make plays. It's like being on defense and stopping every play is going to be kind of impossible. But when they make those plays, we have to be able to bounce back and play true to ourselves. But the mistakes they eat you up, and once you keep making the same mistakes over and over, and they keep capitalizing off those mistakes, you see the outcome.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks, Quad.
No problem.
How frustrating is it knowing it was the mistakes, whether it was special teams? I know you made one down there, the penalties and all that stuff. How frustrating is that knowing that hampered you from winning tonight?
Yeah, it did. I mean, super, super frustrating. You know, obviously wish we could win. That'd be nice. So it comes down to little mistakes, little details. You know, we worked on in practice. We didn't get done in the game. That's the bottom line. So next game, West Virginia. You know, a little bye week. You know, reset, fix all the mistakes, and get ready for West Virginia.
You had that the pick six at the goal line. What was that play? What did you see on that play? And then, you know, would you ever think of maybe checking down out of the play or anything like that, or what was your kind of mindset?
Yeah, there's no check on that play. So pretty much the defense did a really good job. You know, we had a motion. There was man-to-man. The guy flew out with the motion and it just got right in the way of the throw, honestly. So a lot of credit to them. Hell of a play by the DB. So it's really good play. I gave a lot of credit to them for that.
How did you feel this week after your performance last week and the growth that you may have shown?
It was good. You know, we have something called 24-hour rule. You know, it's when you get a big win, 24 hours, you can celebrate it, then that's it. You know, you have to go on, prepare for the next game. I was really excited for this game, you know. Still, you know, it was a really good experience. You know, definitely a good experience to go on the road and play your first start. So, for the team, I thought we fought our butt off and, you know, didn't get the job done. So, that's that.
Hey, kind of on that note, your first road start, how did that work for you? Did the crowd noise make a difference? Was it a little bit more difficult maybe than it was at home?
I mean, no, not really, to be honest with you. Our equipment staff does a great job of helping us in the indoor. We have crowd noise, we have speakers, you know, Brad Anderson, Kenny Herves, all the guys, Bennett, AJ. They do a great job at making me prepared. You know, they have 5 foam in my ears to block out the noise, so that wasn't really a big factor in it, but you know, they did get us in some false starts, I'll be honest with you. So it did have a little factor, but you know, not it shouldn't have a factor like that. So.
Did you feel at all like there's stuff that you can take from this performance that you said you got a bye week, then you go back on the road again in a difficult place at West Virginia. What can you take from this game maybe that can help you in the next road game?
Oh, definitely no. My main thing is just eliminating turnovers. If we eliminate turnovers, you have a chance to win. You know, that pick six, obviously, if it didn't happen, we would have probably won. So, you know, a lot of stuff comes down to one play, and that was the play, in my opinion. We had a lot of other opportunities to convert, you know, get a touchdown, but didn't get the job done. A lot of it comes down to little details, like I said. Get ready for West Virginia, and that's it.
What's it like to know you have RJ Harvey back there and he gets stronger as the game goes along?
Yeah, he's a great asset to have, that's for sure. It's awesome, you know, knowing you give it to running back and he's going to go make a play for you. So, yeah, it's good. It's great knowing RJ Harvey's in your backfield, which is good.
So that pick six, kind of what was the message from the coaching staff on that play? We're just trying to get it out of that area so you could take a knee and maybe run out that clock knowing they didn't have any more timeouts?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're on your own 1 yard line with about 43 seconds left, you're trying just to get out of there. I mean, and the best way to get out of there is throw the ball. You know, it's really hard. You don't really want to risk running and get out of there because you don't want to risk a safety. So, but hell of a job by that defense. They went with the motion. It was man to man, and he got right in the window, and he just was there at the right time. So, got it.
Dylan, yeah, you go out, you come on the road, you get on the field, but this is the first time you get to start on the road. What was the feelings like in the beginning before the kickoff and everything? What kind of was going through your head? What were some of the things you were kind of getting prepared for to handle this kind of situation?
I mean, I've been dreaming about that since a little kid. Playing in a stadium, everyone's booing you, all that good stuff. So it was definitely an awesome experience, first one. But obviously, a loss is what I didn't want it, but it's a great thing to build off of, a great thing to grow. We have to win out from here to be able to be bowl eligible. So that's our goal from here on out, is to win the next 2 games so we could be bowl eligible.
What do you say about the fight that this team has to accomplish that?
I think we had a great fight. I mean, we showed unbelievable resilience, I think, this game. Obviously just didn't get the job done, but I thought we fought our butts off. We did really, really well. A lot of teams could have just stepped down and did whatever, but we went to the end. I'm really, really proud of this team, and, let's get ready for the next game.
You just kind of sort of reflect on where you are right now. A few weeks ago, it looked like you might have been the 4th-string quarterback. Now you're talking as a starting quarterback, talking about finishing this final stretch. Has this been kind of a whirlwind here the last few weeks from maybe going to 4th-string and now being starting quarterback?
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a big change in the way I prepare and everything like that. Definitely being able to watch more film, meet with the coaches more. It's a lot different being 4th to 1st. But I kind of forgot all about that stuff after my first start. Now I'm the starter, so now I have to prepare like I'm a starter, and I have to get out there and get the job done. There's a reason why I'm the starter, so I have to get out there and get the job done.
Dylan, has there been anything during this week that surprised you, like responses from people to you, congratulations, anything like that about your first start? Did anything kind of surprise you?
Yeah, obviously everyone congratulating me, saying good job, and it was great. It was fun while. It was fun. It was good, but kind of try to avoid that stuff and just try to get prepared for this game, because you could really definitely get caught up in all that stuff for sure when people are congratulating you, loving you, and then the script could completely turn the next week if you had bad games. So I never get too high, never get too low with that stuff.
How do you feel your comfort level has grown with the wide receivers? You've really spread the ball around with a lot of different.
Yeah, definitely. If I see one-on-ones with any of my receivers, I know I have an opportunity for a big play. That's my thing. If I see one-on-one, they're getting the ball. So I'm going to give them a chance, 50-50 opportunity, like my coaches teach me, and yeah.
Do a couple more. Okay.
Guys
All
are
right.
good?
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.